Hi, and welcome to the next video in our Objective-C tutorial series. My name is Johan, and in this video we are going to explore collections in Objective-C. So, collections in Objective-C are powerful tools for managing groups of objects. The three main types of collections are arrays, dictionaries, and sets. Arrays store ordered lists of objects, dictionaries store key value pairs, and sets actually store unique objects. So let's get started with arrays. So let's actually go to our main.m. Let's actually get rid of the user. We don't need that anymore. And now we're actually going to create our first array. So we're going to say ns array. Ns array of fruits is equal to add. And we're going to say add apple, comma, add banana, and this is going to be a cherry, just like this. Okay, so now when we have an array, we can actually access them. So what we can do, we can actually say ns string first. No, we can actually say, first fruit is equal to, and we're actually going to call, fruits, and we're going to say object at index, and this is going to be 0. What are you complaining about? Oh yeah, we forgot the add here. So just like this, semicolon. So when you work with an array, the object index always starts at 0. So the first product in an array, so in this case apple is 0, banana is 1, cherry is 2 in this case. And now we can actually just log this, so ns log, and we can say, let me see, first fruit, and this is going to be ns add, comma, first fruit. And when we run this, we're going to see that apple is the first fruit in the array. So what we can also do, we can also iterate. So what we can do, we can actually say for ns string fruit in fruits. Then we're going to open this array up, or we're actually going to open up the for. We can actually say log add, and we're going to say fruit. And this is going to be add, so it's going to be a string, and after that we're going to say fruit. So let's run this. Oh, semicolon. Let's run this. And we actually got a mistake here in car. Oh, yeah, exactly. Let's get rid of this. That was from the previous video. And now it's going to iterate. We have the first fruit is apple, fruit, apple, banana, cherry. So this is pretty cool. So what we did, we created an ns array called fruits using the add parentheses syntax, or the add brackets syntax. We access the element using object.index, and after that we actually iterate over it using a for in loop, and we actually print each element. So next to ns array, we also have the ns mutable array, and mutable array means that the contents can be changed after it's created. So how this works is actually, so under the for, we can actually say ns mutable array, mutable array, let's say colors is equal to, I'm going to open up ns mutable array with object, I think. No, let's actually say objects, and in here we're actually going to say add, and this is going to be red, add blue, add, and we're going to say green, and we can actually keep the nil there, and then actually after that we're going to do a semicolon. So and ns mutable array actually allows us to add an element to the array, and the ns array doesn't allow that. So the ns array is actually contains information, and information is fixed, and an ns mutable array actually allows us to add information. So how this worked, we can actually call colors add object, and we're actually going to say add yellow. Let's do another one. Let's say colors, add object, add orange. And after that, we close it off with a semicolon. So this is how we can add objects, right? But what if we actually want to remove an object with the NS mutable array? So that's also really easy. We can just open up colors. Then I think it was remove object. And we can actually just call the string. And in this case, we're gonna delete green. And now, now the colors doesn't have the green anymore. So we actually have to make sure that, let's actually make this all capital. So now when the remove object is called, we actually remove only green. But we can also actually accessing an element. So what we can do is ns string. Then we're gonna say first color is equal to, then we're gonna say colors, and after that we're gonna call object at index, and we can actually say number 0. And now we can actually say nslog add string, and we're gonna call color, and this is gonna be percentage add comma first color. And now when we run this, it will actually, let's actually run this. Let's see how this looks. So, and as you can see now, the first color is called red. So now we have red, blue, green, but we actually removed green. So let's actually call 0, 1, 2. Let's actually call number 2 here. And let's actually see which color it's actually going to give us. I think yellow, because we actually deleted green from the array. And exactly, now it's yellow, because after this line, we actually removed the object green from the NS mutable array. And now it's going to be the next one, and that's going to be yellow. And in this, we can also do the same what we did here before. We can actually just copy and paste our little friend here. And we're actually going to say colors. Oh, no, this is color in colors. Color. And this one is we're going to change to color as well. And now when we run this, it's actually going to iterate over the colors array. And as you can see, it's now actually printing all the colors. So yeah, yellow or red, blue, yellow, orange, because we actually deleted green. Pretty cool. So next to arrays, we also have something else. And that's actually called a dictionary. So a dictionary or an NS dictionary is used to store key value pairs. The keys are unique and immutable. And the values can be any object. So how this works is we can do ns dictionary, and we're gonna call, let's call this person. Oh, let's actually call this person is equal to add. I'm gonna open this one up and add name, double point, add Lisa. Yes. And after that, we can actually open up add age. And this is going to be at 30. 321. Okay, so we started the NS dictionary by actually defining NS dictionary, then a person, and we actually do add curly braces. And inside the curly braces, we actually call the first key, and the key is actually the value. So the name is Lisa, the second key is age, and the value is 30. So now we can actually iterate over this by actually doing for ns string times key is equal to, no, in person. Can open this one up. And now we can actually do nslog. And this one is going to be a long one. So we're actually going to do add string. Then we're going to do percentage add double point percentage add. And after that, key. And we actually do comma after key. Then we're going to open this one up and we're going to say person object for key, and this is going to be the key. So what's happening here? We're actually going to print the dictionary, but we're actually going to print this inside a string. And what's happening here? So in here, this is going to be the key, right? So that's this one. And then the second one is going to be the value, and that's actually the object for key. So now when we run this, and now it actually printed name is Lisa and the age is 30. So next to the normal dictionary, we also have the NS mutable dictionary. And the animal of the NS mutable dictionary actually allow us to actually make changes, right? It's actually the same as the NS mutable array. So what we can do, we can actually instead of this, we can actually change the NS dictionary here to NS mutable dictionary. Let me see. Perfect. Let's actually Command X this. And now I'm going to open this one up. And we're going to say NS mutable dictionary. Dictionary. I think it was objects and keys, I think. Objects and keys. And now you can actually paste in this one, I think. Oh, we actually have to get rid of the semicolon over there, then we can actually paste it in here. Yeah, exactly. So now you can see Objective-C actually gets a little bit more difficult because we're actually starting to write longer pieces of code. So now we can actually set a key value pair. So we can actually say person set object, and we're actually going to say add developer for key, and the key is gonna be job. So now we actually added a new object to the array of person. So her name is Lisa, her age is 30, and her job is actually developer. But now we actually don't want to show people what their age is. So now we can actually say person, I think it was remove object for key. Here it is, remove object for key. Add, that's going to be the string, and we're actually going to delete the age. So now the age is actually also deleted. So now when we run this, and it was actually crashing. Wait, let me see. We made a mistake here. Try to run NS mutable with objects key. Second object of each pair must be non-nil. Oh, I think we don't need the nil anymore, right? Wait, let me see this really quick. NS mutable dictionary of person is equal to NS mutable dictionary with objects and keys. Oh, I already see what the problem is. We actually don't need the curly brace anymore. Oh, I already see what the problem is. We actually don't need the double points anymore. We can actually make this commas. Just like this. Perfect. Okay. So apparently I made a mistake in the setup. So first we have to add the value. After that the key, value, and key. I actually made a mistake in that. My apologies for that. Okay. So now how can we actually access the information? So we can actually say NSS string name is equal to, then we're going to open this one up, we're going to say person object for key, and we're going to take the name, and we're going to say NS string, and we're also going to take the job is equal to person object for key, and this is going to be job. And now we can actually say NS log, and we can actually say name. This is going to be add, and we're going to say we also have the name, and we say job. Also going to be like this, and after that we can actually call name, and we can call job. Yes, exactly. So now when we run this, and as you can see, her name is Lisa and the job is developer. So this is actually pretty cool. This is actually, I actually really like this. Okay, so now there's actually one more thing that we're going to talk about, and that's actually going to be the NS set. So a set is actually a collection of unique objects, meaning it does not allow duplicate elements. And if there's a duplicate element, it is actually ignored. So what we can do, we can actually say, let me see, NS set numbers is equal to, then we're gonna open this one up like this. And we're gonna say NS set with objects. Now we're gonna say add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, just like this. And then we're gonna add a semicolon. And now we can actually play around with this. So we can actually check if there's a membership. So we can actually say bool contains 3. It's equal to, then we're gonna say numbers. And we're gonna call contains object at 3. And now we can actually nslog add string contains 3. Then we're gonna call like this, and we're gonna say contains 3. So this is actually called an operation. So we can actually 1 second. Oh yeah, of course we actually need to add this at yes. So if it doesn't contain, if there is no 3 in there, we actually have to add how do you call this? You actually need to add the default value, right? Yes, exactly. So after that we're gonna say like this and then add no. Okay, so let's actually run this. Let's see what happens. And it contains 3. So this is actually pretty nice. So we can also iterate over this. I'm sure you guys can figure out how to do that yourself. So now we're actually going to talk about something, and that's actually called an NS mutable set. And for the people who already know what NS mutable means, this means that we can actually change values that are actually set in there. So what we can do, we can actually say NS mutable set, and let's say animals is equal to, then we're going to open this one up, NS mutable set, just like this, set with objects, and we're actually going to add some strings. So we're going to say dog, comma, add cat, and we're going to say bird, just like this. Don't forget the add bird. And don't forget the semicolon. Okay, so now we can actually add a value. So what we can do, we can actually open this one up, animals, and then we're going to say add object, and this is going to be alligator. So now we have 4 animals. So we have the cat, we have the dog, we have the cat, we have the bird, and we also have the alligator. So, but we actually want to remove the bird, right? So what we can do, we can open this one up, animals, remove object, and this is going to be the bird, semicolon. And we can also iterate over this using a for loop, but I actually want to challenge you guys to figure that out yourself, because I think you guys can do that. So this is a little bit about the collections in Objective-C. As you can see, the more you start working with this, they actually find out that it's actually not that hard. Of course, when we actually want to write like full applications, it's probably going to be a little bit harder. But I think for now this is actually, I still believe it's a beautiful language to know. Even if you only if you know how to read it, it's actually really, I think it's actually really easy to know this, right? So I want to congratulate you on actually finishing this video. I can imagine this is a little bit different or a little bit difficult for you, but still, in this video we learned about the NS array, the mutable array. We also used the NS dictionary and the mutable dictionary. And we also learned about something that's called the set and the mutable set. And I have to say, you have them in Swift as well, but I have never seen sets in the wild before, so I don't know if actually people are using it. But this was actually a really nice video. So, in the next video, we're going to dive into strings and text manipulation in Objective-C. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time.